Hey, what's up, guys? It's Phil here, coming with you with another case study for one of our clients here. We actually got them $600,000 every single month on Amazon as a result of getting there. So this case study, I'm going to break down everything as to what we've done, the backstory about the client themselves, and how we even achieved the $600,000 a month in just literally 5 months of working with each other and launching them on Amazon. So in case you don't know who I am, my name is Phil. I'm actually one of the co-founders and head of growth at Black Compass Digital. We are a full-service Amazon agency, and we actually specialize in helping D2C Shopify e-commerce brands expanding to Amazon. We know that Amazon is a very important part of just the e-commerce journey and the entire landscape now. But unfortunately, a lot of brands just don't really know how Amazon works, since it's kind of its own little bubble, it's closed platforms. So we go in there, expertly cut through the red tapes, dodge all the headaches and landmine, and as a result, we turn this into a multi-7, 8-figure channel for our client brands. So we've even worked with a bunch of brand names here, such as Crunch Cup, Kind Laundry, Night Buddy, just a lot of big brands that you've probably seen their ads on. We were probably behind those as well in helping them establish a massive presence on Amazon. So why do you want to get on Amazon? It's actually pretty simple here, but believe it or not, a lot of the e-commerce stores, a lot of Shopify owners don't know this, but what happens is that when you're on Amazon, you actually recapture your traffic bleed. So what we found out is that as you scale your Shopify store, more and more of your traffic is going to actually bleed over to Amazon in the form of abandoned carts, abandoned checkouts. And that's just because they know that Amazon's a very trustworthy site. They can go there to do a lot more review and just investigate your brand and product. But because Amazon has such high buying intent, they're already there. So they might as well just buy your product while you're already there, right? So that's actually one of the biggest things as to why you need to get on Amazon, is to recapture your traffic bleed. From what we notice, it's usually about 25 to 35% of your entire Shopify website traffic that bleeds over to Amazon. TikTok Shop is around closer to 15 to 20%. And also a big reason as to why this brand actually wants to get on Amazon is because a lot of their competitors and even a lot of knockoffs started to get onto Amazon to capture that traffic bleed. So by getting on there, they can establish a presence. They can now kick off all the competitors as well as all the knockoffs. And finally, why would you want to get onto Amazon? Well, the beautiful thing is that if you are looking to sell your brand in the future, not saying you will, but in case you do want to, when you expand to other channels like Amazon, Walmart, wherever, you can actually get a higher multiple because you're not exactly a one-store business that's relying on either like Meta ads or Google ads as a result. So because you're on Amazon and you're kind of more omni-channel, you do have a much bigger presence and you can actually command a much higher selling price from what we've seen. All right, so here's what happened during the initial onboarding with the clients here, right? So they found us here, they were actually recommended to us, and they needed to get on Amazon because they got to kick off all their competitors and knockoffs. They know it's a huge gold mine for them. So the first thing is that obviously we've established an Amazon account for them. We kind of guided through the process. Amazon is kind of a bit trickier now. They are asking forms of ID. It's really just to, curb through a lot of, bad actors and everything. So they have your IDs on file. So we help them get the Amazon account set up. And they're in a very interesting space. They're actually in the health and beauty space here. So what happens is that they actually need to submit their COA, certificate of analysis, to Amazon to basically show them that, hey, our ingredients are clean. It's coming from an accredited facility, right? Generally, when do you have to submit documents to Amazon? I usually use a simple rule of thumb to my clients is that anything that's ingestible or is topical onto the skin, more often than not, Amazon will require your COAs. So we had to send that in. And because they were in a very interesting space here where there was a lot of alcohol content, they were classified as kind of more flammable as a result. But because we literally got it through here, we do have actually a rep from Amazon on standby. This process usually takes about 3, sometimes 4 months, I've heard. We got them done and approved within literally 3 days as a result. And then also a big challenge was that there's actually a lot of competitors who stole their name and their trademark on Amazon. So we actually had to go and fight for that to get it through. And how you actually secure your brand on Amazon is you have to go through what is called brand registry. What all that fancy name means is that you just have to submit a US trademark to Amazon, signifying that, yes, I'm indeed the true brand owner. So this is actually how you're able to control your brand on Amazon and actually kick off all your competitors and knockoffs who's stealing your images, the name of your brand, what have not. Next part is really structuring and building the listing for this brand here, right? This is really important because in my opinion, a listing makes it or breaks it on Amazon. I've audited thousands of listings, in the 5 years I've done Amazon at this point, and I can tell you right now, there's a lot of listings that are just very terrible. And when you have a bad listing, everything struggles, right? Your click-through rate struggles, your conversion rate struggles, same with the ad spend. Everything struggles. So we put a lot of emphasis and detail on the listing building. So what we've done is that we have a beautiful image framework where we literally show the client what to put into each angle. So just to kind of give you an idea here, what's working really well is UGC, adding PR for further social proof, and really adding a core USP, unique selling proposition. A lot of brands here, that are on Amazon making the listings, they usually show things like, oh yeah, this is what we do, ABC, this is what it's trying to solve, XYZ. That doesn't do it anymore, unfortunately, with Amazon. You actually need to have a defining, clear selling benefit as to show this is why we're special. This is why we're unique compared to all the other competitors, and this is why you should buy from us. This is why we can command a higher price, right? How we like to do it is we always like to go for more premium angle with our clients on Amazon, because it just means we can command a higher selling price, and then as a result, we extend our margins compared to all the other sellers who are trying to lower the price and make it look cheap. We're going the opposite direction because it's worked really well for us. Next thing is we did a very intensive keyword research here. So Amazon works exactly like SEO in terms of Google. So if you know how Google SEO works, is basically that's how Amazon works. You're literally adding all the keywords onto the listing in the title, the bullet points, as well in the A+ section of your listing. And then finally, once again, the angle here, I can't stress it enough, is probably the most important part when it comes to a listing on Amazon. So generally, if you don't know or how to structure an angle here, when it comes to your listing, a really good way is just say that you're X times better than your competitors. So maybe you can say you're 5 times potent than your competitors, or you're 3 times more durable than the competitors. That usually works extremely well because it's very simple to get the message across for customers to understand. And it's up to you now to really go into the marketing angle and explain why you believe you're like that, right? And then as a result, you can go more premium. And then finally here too is that they wanted to go for an Amazon storefront right off the bat. I usually say don't do an Amazon storefront. Do that after you're done launching, because what happens is that when you launch, you have what is called a honeymoon phase. You got to get as much sales and traffic within the first 60 days of launching, and it has to go to your listing. Amazon storefront is kind of generally more for generic traffic, people just shopping around. So you can drive a lot more targeted traffic to the listings. Amazon storefront usually comes after the launch phase is over. So what do we do for launch here? Really simple. Right now, Amazon heavily favors outside traffic to your listing on Amazon. And the reason is very simple. You're basically driving potential customers to Amazon. So if you have people coming to the listing and they're buying your product from an outside source, Amazon is going to reward you heavily in terms of SEO rankings. We've seen sales literally skyrocket in a matter of weeks just because they had a really good outside traffic launch strategy that we've helped for our clients here. So what's working really well is email and SMS, Klaviyo and PostScript, for example. Those are the most common ones that our clients use. Generally, how we like to structure this is a 5-part email sequence, right? So 2 teasers, 1 launch, and then 2 post-launch. And we like to also segment the list into 30 and 60 days no purchase. We understand sometimes clients don't want to cannibalize their list of shoppers who are already buying on Shopify. They want to, instead just target it to people who haven't bought, which is a great option as well. SMS converts even higher than email, but usually email is a lot easier to set up and kind of work with because it's the most common. Now, another one that's worked really well is creators. Once again, creators can drive a lot of traffic there. So if you already have creators that is posting content on IG, or you're using them to make UGC types of ads or TikTok, this is really amazing to do this as well, because all you have to do is just say, hey, look, I'm about to launch on Amazon. Need you to get my product, make some content. Here's the link. You can drive the traffic over to Amazon as a result. That works extremely well. And then finally, we launched Amazon ads for them. We have a really beautiful entire ad funnel structure for them where we literally go from prospect, we're testing out keywords, we're really going down the funnel and finding out what keywords are spending well and is profitable. So this is essentially an engine that we can constantly test while they drive outside traffic. Everything works together when it comes to Amazon. And Amazon is a pay-to-play, so the more you spend on ad spend, the more they're actually going to help you out in terms of your organic rankings. Now, here's the results of what happened. After 5 months of launching their hero SKU as well as their complementary SKUs as well, we're now doing $600K a month in sales. We're close to 27% net margins. And here's the amazing thing about Amazon. 75% of their traffic is all organic sales, meaning someone came to Amazon, searched their product, found their item, and didn't click on an ad, and they purchased it. So this is the beautiful thing about Amazon. It is almost like running email campaigns for your Shopify, right? You're literally just retargeting. You're trying to, once again, sell to current customers. Your customer acquisition costs get really low just because Amazon's a trustworthy site. It has high intent in terms of buying. And as a result, you're also unlocking a new set of customers who've never seen your products before. So as a result, you can literally take this and basically drive them back to your Shopify down the road if you want to. So they're doing really well right now, $600K a month right now steady. We're forecasting by the end of Q4, they're probably going to hit $800K a month. So this is the power of Amazon right now. This is something that, in my opinion, if you are not thinking about this, you're leaving so much money on the table as a result. We've done this for over 170 brands as a result. Once again, some of the biggest brands that you've probably seen the ads, we were probably the masterminds behind it in getting them set up on Amazon and and turning it into a multi-7, 8-figure channel for them. Once again, if you're interested and you have an e-commerce brand and you're looking to get on Amazon, shoot me a DM, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to have a chat, walk through the process, and explain how we can turn your brand and turn Amazon into a 7+ figure channel for you as well. Cheers.